Good morning. No, check that. It's a great morning. It is time to skip the BS, time for Undisputed, time for you to hit us up. Hashtag Undisputed Live. It is time for me to say, how about them Cowboys? Michael Irvin is sitting across from me right now saying just the same thing, but we will dive into Cowboys 33, Panthers 10. A Cowboys road win, I believe, is being underrated at 10 a.m. when Keyshawn Johnson will join us to no doubt disagree with both me and Michael. Keyshawn, scale of 1 to 10, how impressive was this road win for Dallas?
Man, it was a 6, man. Maybe a 5. And the only reason why I say that is because, Skip, let's be honest with each other. It's the Carolina Panthers. We can just start there. Okay? Michael Irvin watched the game with me yesterday. And Michael, you know, I know when people feel a certain way. He wasn't necessarily worried about them because when you look at the roster of the Carolina Panthers, there was nothing there on that. There's nothing on that roster that says we're in trouble. And when you start at the quarterback position, let alone with Bryce Young, who was a phenomenal young man, okay? But when you look at that, you're like, yeah, we're going to be okay. Even though, to me, you look at this and you want it to be a 10, Skip, so badly because how late in the fourth quarter, all of a sudden the thing changed. In the fourth quarter, it was a one-score game, okay? They didn't gash y'all in the running game nearly the way I would have liked them to, but they had some chunks between Hubbard and Saunders. They had some chunks that they could have because they only carried the ball 21 times.
Skip, they got 110?
100 and something, 100 yards. But if you push that thing to 30 to 35 attempts, now maybe you do something different and you allow yourself to help a young quarterback out. They didn't give themselves a chance. As I set up and I talked to Michael, I tried to make him as nervous as possible. They cut that thing to 17-10. He started slightly biting on the nails, but he really wasn't worried about it. And I understand you celebrating with your Micah Parsons jersey on and your hat, and you sitting there. That? Because I have people that watch you, that pay attention to you, because you're a front runner, okay? Now, all of a sudden, you just like Michael's screaming in my ear, oh, there's 1 sack, there's 2 sacks, there's 3. He doing all of those sort of things. I need that same energy, though, 2 weeks from now. I need that same energy. Yeah, we need because, again, I go back to what I said before about you guys, okay? You have not beaten anybody yet. Okay, and I understand, Michael, all games in the NFL is tough, and they won 1 game, man. That's all I kept telling Michael. They won 1 game. I get it. A win is a win is a win. But in the end, I give you guys a 6, you know, because you won. You took care of business. The fourth quarter, things turned. Put it this way, the score does not indicate how tough that game was for y'all. It does not. I understand the score is lopsided because of what you did in the fourth quarter, but 3 quarters, they had y'all on the sideline thinking, okay? And I almost called him Dez Bryant, but CeeDee Lamb. They neutralized him early in the game. And then you finally got him on the corner route for the touchdown. Then he had a couple other catches, but he wasn't the same game plan that we've seen over the last several weeks with CeeDee Lamb. So now you're getting ready to go up. There is no Adam Thielens and no Chenaults that you're going to be playing against. When you get in that 5-game stretch that you're getting ready to hit, you're going to see some real players.
Washington after Washington.
Well, Washington's offense and Sam Howard company is good. Excuse me?
You're right.
They lost
the ball
to the
all over
Giants.
The field.
They lost to the Giants. I thought you said the Giants were garbage.
Oh, so now that the Giants won a damn game against a team, and now the Giants won a game against a team that a coach gonna be gone in about a month and a half. Really? You getting ready to gloat over 2 wins against them?
Yeah,
stop, Skip.
Pretty good.
Oh, stop, Skip. Come on, man. You know damn well the Giants aren't good, and you know Washington not good either. They're good on offense, but as a team, you know they not good, Skip.
Well, Sam,
so now you want
3 more picks.
So now you want to jump all over the Washington team and make it seem like the Giants is good because y'all beat them 89-17 or something like that.
We did.
concentrate on Philadelphia, man.
We are.
No, you got to.
You concentrate on Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Let's
we
start
got two
there.
games before that. They're both at home.
Okay.
Right.
No, that's right. I'm sorry. Concentrate on Seattle before you get to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And if you think that the chicken legs is cooked already or the turkey legs is cooked on Thanksgiving, be my guest. Be my guest, because I don't think so.
Yes, please.
All right?
Listen, my number that I give, and I give this, I'll give them a 7 in this victory. 7 that stands for completion, because they are working on completing their team. You see, you kept talking about, well, C.D. Lamb didn't do what he didn't do what he has been doing. You're right. And we need to find other aspects to win football games late in the season and in the playoffs. And that run we just kept showing. The kind of run, that run for that touchdown.
Tony Pollard.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
And Tony Pollard hadn't had a rushing touchdown in quite a while. That was a big time run.
Yeah.
This looks like, okay, the Tony Pollard we're used to gets outside and runs, and he uses his speed. This looks like a little amalgamation of a Pollard and Elliott, a little Ezekiel. It's like, I'm putting my head down and I'm going forward. I learned this by watching Zeke all those years, and it's time now for me to pick it up. And I like that. That means Tony understands now that especially when you're starting a game, you have to set a tone, and that was a great hard run that got him a touchdown. I don't know why, folks, but a touchdown means so much to players in this league. Now, remember, we talked about this. I got this purple on. Remember, I told you, Odell, when he first got his touchdown, he's taking off now because that confidence got going again. You know, Odell's having big games now, and this will happen also for Tony Pollard. And let me do this, too. Deron Bland. Whew. We talked Deron Bland. We're talking about this young dude who's been in the league now for 2 years. Before him, this man had his another pick six. I said that 4 times, right? Because that's his 4th pick six of the season. And that's insane and incredible. Before we talked about this dude, we were talking about another young dude in Trayvon Diggs doing the same thing. Setting and breaking NFL records. When I see these things, Deron Bland, Trayvon Diggs, and I say, okay, give me a common denominator. One common denominator, and that's Al Harris, the defensive back coach for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know what giving him credit means, but whatever it is, he has earned it. Because these guys only been coached by one guy. You can't say, well, they learned that, they learned this. They learned it under him. And what an incredible job he has done. When we lost Al Harris, you and I both, Skip, we used each other's shoulder, and we dropped a tear, and we cried on each other's shoulder.
We did.
But Deron Bland has wiped them tears off my face, and he is playing great football. We turned them tears into tears of joy. I got to give him credit. And that's what you look at if you're the Dallas Cowboys. Don't buy into that. You can look at number 7, which means completion, and you're trying to complete your football team. That run game is important. Deron Bland, pick sixes, all of that. That's important. Don't listen to this. Don't listen to this.
Don't listen to what? Just say my name. No, you ain't
I just said don't listen to this stuff that Key is talking. He ain't got no key to no locks with that noise.
Thank you.
All
right, my turn. I am going all the way up on the scale of 1 to 10 in impressive yesterday to an 8 for my Dallas Cowboys. You know why? Because I'm going to be dead honest about this. I'm going to speak my heart. Too many times in the even recent past, my team has blown games like this. Too many times we've gone to Arizona and stunk it up. And remember, that was off the loss on Thursday of Trayvon Diggs to an ACL. And my team said, oh, woe are we. We're crying. Tears were crying on each other's shoulder. And then they were crying after the game because they lost to the Arizona bleeping Cardinals. And then they go to San Francisco and they get destroyed. And up from those ashes, this team has risen. And by the way, I'd just make a quick point. I got to knock on wood as I say this. We have gotten healthier and healthier to the point we came out of that game yesterday going to a short week Thanksgiving game. We're about as healthy as you could hope to be at this point in the year. So I'll take that to my bank. And then what I'll really take to the bank was yesterday. To your point, Keyshawn, yeah, the quarterback you don't love, the little man from Alabama, he goes boom, boom, boom down the field, mostly throwing to Adam. He's got to throw to Adam Thielen that Minnesota didn't even want, really. And I'm saying, somebody cover him. Can we put 3 people on him? Because it's all poor little Bryce has got up against the pass rush he's up against. And they go down, and what was it? It was 70 yards in 17 plays, and they scored a touchdown at 17-10. And what did we do? No. Dak said, here we go. And we hang on them a 75-yard and 8-play drive, climaxing in that run that you just saw. Let's see it again one more time, just for fun. Tony Pollard. It was a blast
just for fun.
His pass. It was Tony Pollard saying, you know what, I'm getting healthy.
It would be nice if the safety act like he really want to tackle. I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
My yard in Philadelphia ain't going to do that. I'm just saying.
This is heat coming in.
The safety would be nice if he wanted to tackle him.
Oh, that was, dude, that was a
He slowed down before he even got there, though.
The safety sees the heat.
Oh, man, okay, you bring the heat.
That's the heat.
You bring the heat back. My yard in Philadelphia, you're not going to do that.
And then, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what the next play was after that? The very next play. Could we see what Deron Bland did on the next play? It's the next play. And Bryce,
come on, safety, man.
This attitude.
This isn't that bad.
That's a great play by Bland, but it'd be nice if the receiver decided to chase. It'd be nice.
Well, it would have been nice if he had lost ground as a receiver. You see,
he floated up.
Let's teach a little bit. Let's teach a little bit. That receiver is floating up the field.
Yes.
That's the last thing you can do, because as you float up the field,
30, not the 33.
You see that angle he gives Deron Bland on the route. He has to. If he's on the 33, he should end this route on the 30.
Yes.
That's what I mean by losing ground. And Deron Bland will never.
And that's a great play by Bland.
But Al Harris teaches
and everything. Get up and go. But hey, won't you try to chase the dude at least, man? I mean, like, come on. For crying out loud. Man, the dude, look, he stopped. Look at that.
That's a great play, man.
I said it was. It's a great play.
Deron Bland played receiver in high school, and he was pretty good.
Got good hands.
His skills.
Yeah, got good hands.
Okay, so would you believe that Deron Bland has started only 16 NFL games? He only started, last year, 8? So he was the back half of the year last year, and he is running away since he entered the league with the NFL interception lead. And to Michael's point, you've already got 4 pick sixes in 1 year. They still have 7 games to go. And again, some of this has some luck because you have to be in the very rightest place at the rightest time. But it is shocking to me because I thought our Super Bowl chances were shot when Trevon Diggs went down. I think everybody thought, okay. Well,
so you still feel like you got all these Super Bowl shots, huh? And chances?
I think we got a great Super Bowl shot because Deron Bland is right there with Trevon. Again, I can't say he's better than Trevon. Trevon's a Pro Bowl corner. He may be an All-Pro, but this kid's on his way to making first-team All-Pro.
You know that team.
And for years to come, they will man the corners.
You know that team that you
when Gilmore decides to do, y'all
be all right.
The corners together.
They got some good secondary players against Carolina's receivers. Against the Carolina Panthers receivers. But again, that team that we're going to talk about later on, the one that put 42 on y'all, they look pretty good and impressive to me. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying that then another team plays tonight that you got to go through.
The one that Baker Mayfield went up and down the field.
Whatever you want to call up and down the field, we going to get there. We going to get there. I'm just saying, when I look at the opponents that you've done this miraculous thing against.
You know why I give my team an 8 on the impressive scale? Because Dak Prescott yesterday once again had 0.
That's what I'm saying.
0 turnovers.
But
that's all that matters.
That's good.
All that matters.
And he did what he needed to do to win the game. And he didn't fall into trying to satisfy and make everybody has this moment of satiety by throwing the ball all over the field. This is what we need to do, and they did it.
Thank you. Would you believe that Dak Prescott had the NFL's second-best QBR yesterday to Trevor Lawrence?
I can believe that. I can believe that.
So Dak was pretty efficient yesterday, right?
Yes.
And just when I least expected it, because it had been all offense for the last 3 or 4 games, all of a sudden, my defense, especially my pass rush, rose and shone. And 11 from heaven looked heavenly yesterday because the previous game against the Giants, he had 0 stats across the board, all zeros. And we talked about it here on the show. How can Micah Parsons have register nothing?
Yes.
And yesterday, right away, if we could see Micah's
played
3
well
sacks,
yesterday.
he had 2.5, 3. Let's just see what it looked like.
I thought it was
This
3-2.
is the first one.
Yeah, I thought it was 3-2.
Kaboom. Okay.
But he'll take the 2.5. They can argue for the other half later.
Right there.
I mean, he played a nice stunt.
Look out.
That's a
little man.
nice stunt
Look out,
game.
little
Great
man.
closing
Look out.
by him.
Look out.
His acceleration.
Curse.
Yeah, that one right there,
Micah, I
he
think
went through
Micah
3
got it.
people to get
Yeah,
that.
look, the dude played like a $70 million
He did.
player that he's going to get in the offseason, like the highest paid. There's no question about it,
And
Skip.
on display was the best pass rush in pro football because they come from
But don't give
everywhere.
food against a bum offensive line, Skip.
Okay.
Come on now.
They flexed their firepower. They flexed their firepower.
Everybody flexes their firepower against Carolina's offensive line. Come on, Skip.
And everybody plays their best game against the Dallas Cowboys
They
because
do.
they know every eye gate is upon them in that.
Oh, so
game.
everybody plays their best game against the Cowboys.
Yes, they do.
So the Philadelphia Eagles and the 49ers wait to play the Cowboys, even though their record indicates something different.
Yeah, and Keyshawn, even though CeeDee Lamb had his first quiet game in
I'm
about
not even
5
going
No, he
to that. I'm
contributed.
not going with that. Yes,
Wait.
they do. Yes, they do.
What?
Wait, yes, they do. That's why they had the T-shirt on, F Dallas, even though they had the upper hand. Because even though they have the upper hand,
That's a lack of
San Francisco's
respect.
tired of hearing
It's called a lack
about
of, it's called a lack
so
of respect.
yes, they do.
It's called a lack of respect, Michael.
Okay, you could call it.
They wouldn't have never wore a shirt like that when y'all play.
But they did. We just whooped their tail wearing it.
Because
that's where it came out.
Because at the time, y'all was the bullies of the NFL.
Right.
It was the bullies of the NFL.
Yeah, well, we're starting to look like we're that
That's
again.
all.
Yeah. That's
Oh, you
all
really
we do.
believe that?
Yes.
You
On
really, in your
defense,
heart of heart, really believe that?
We bully people on defense. You cannot block our pass rush. I'm
Skip,
sorry.
man, you crazy, man.
Okay, and speaking of lack of respect, the current number 88 has gotten a good deal of it. He didn't have big numbers yesterday,
fine.
but I want to show you one
he did
play
a good- he
that,
did
that
good.
took my breath away. If I could see a 7-yard run featuring CeeDee Lamb.
He did good.
I love this. I love this play because it said,
right.
guess who?
What'd I say?
They just put him in the backfield and said, watch this. That's a little bit of Debo going on. Just
Right.
a little bit
Right.
of Debo.
Right.
I'm not
Good.
saying he's Debo, but I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
Right, because it says we're not letting you take him totally out of the game.
Yeah, and you know, when I wasn't even sure he was lined up there, so it took me a second to process. Wait, who's wrong with the football? Because that looked good to me.
Yeah.
That looked beastly.
That's
That looked like
fine.
somebody who was running with some authority.
It's Carolina, man.
Yeah, okay, Carolina, man. It's the Giants, man. It's Washington.
It is. Skip, is it a lie? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. What's your
Is it a
eye test tell
lie?
you? I know you're starting
heading
to
in the
sweat.
right direction.
You're starting to psychologically sweat because you see what's coming. You see what's on the horizon.
Yeah, I do. Seattle and Philadelphia is on the horizon.
All we
and
have done
that's what I'm saying.
we have
I
won.
can't wait to get in these games where you got to dig deeper in your discussions
We
and
have won
arguments.
Look.
12
I
straight
can't
at
wait.
home. 12 straight at home, and now we
12
got 3 straight at home.
12 straight at home.
12 straight, and we got 3 straight. What if we win all 3 of them?
Well, no, you got 2 straight at home,
Look
right?
out.
Then you go to Philly. No, that's right.
No,
Philly,
we got 3.
yeah.
We got 3.
Yeah,
we got Washington. We got Seattle. We got Philly.
If you're hoping for that to happen, then I wouldn't do that if I was you, because I don't think Seattle's going to walk in here or walk in there and allow y'all just to do what they, you want to. And certainly Philadelphia is not.
Okay, but
now you're a better football team right now than you were
Yeah.
at the beginning of the season.
Okay, but
you're
what
a
did
better
you tell
team.
me after we beat the Rams? You said it's just the Rams. What
And
did the
this
Rams
is
do
just-
yesterday?
It's just the Rams.
What did they do?
Oh man, stop! They
They
played
won
a
at
division.
Seattle.
They stop. They played
Oh,
a division.
stop.
They
Start.
played a divisional team, and it was all screwed up. The quarterback got hurt, and they was messing around with Drew Lock, and then Geno had to come in and try to engineer drive in the end. Come on now, you don't think the coaches is gonna break that down and say, hey, when Geno's in, it's a different team. When Geno's out, it's a different team. Y'all smart enough to know that, Skip.
Keyshawn.
He took a pretty tough fall last, and I hope Geno's okay by the time
Yeah.
they see.
He gutted it out and came back in and almost
he
won the
did.
game for him.
Here come the Cowboys. And you're going to have a long rest of the season, I'm sorry to say. All right, let's turn our attention to tonight's game, big Super Bowl rematch.
I can't wait. This one.
Everybody seems to be picking the Eagles, except me. That's next.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy.
watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.